Hi everyone, and welcome back to the English Talk community. I'm Julia, and I'm so glad you're here. Whether this is your first time listening or you've been with us for a while, you're part of a growing community of people around the world who want to speak English with more ease, more confidence, and more clarity. And today, we're doing something special, something that might surprise you. Because what if I told you that 7 days, just 7 focused days, could change the way you hear English forever? Let's be honest. Listening in English can feel frustrating. You watch a movie, and it seems like everyone's speaking too fast. You try to follow a conversation, but the words blur together. You understand written English pretty well, but when people talk, it's like a different language. If you've ever felt that way, I want you to know, you're not alone. And even more important, it's not your fault. Most people learn English through grammar rules and reading, but real listening skills are built in a different way. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Imagine for a moment that you wake up 7 days from now and you're watching a YouTube video in English. This time, instead of just catching 1 or 2 words, you follow entire sentences. You can hear the connections, the pauses, the patterns. You still don't understand everything, and that's okay. But you're not lost anymore. You're following. You're growing. You're no longer scared of fast English. That change is possible, and I'm going to show you how to start it. No magic tricks. No complicated programs, just clear, simple strategies that work, because they're based on how your brain actually learns a language. And the best part? You don't need hours every day. You don't need a native speaker. You just need short, focused practice and the willingness to try. That's it. If that sounds like something you've been looking for, then this episode is for you. Let's take a moment and think about how you learned your first language. You didn't start by reading a grammar book. You didn't write essays. You listened every day without pressure. You heard your parents, your friends, people around you. Your brain started to recognize patterns. You didn't understand every word at first, but over time, meaning began to form naturally. That's exactly how listening in English works too. You don't have to understand everything. You just need to keep showing up and listening with curiosity. So I want to invite you into this idea with me. What if 1 week, just one, could be a turning point in your journey with English? What if you tried a few small things each day and gave your brain the chance to learn the way it was designed to? You don't need perfect conditions. You don't need to wait for next month or the perfect level of motivation. All you need is the decision to start. And if you're still wondering whether this can really make a difference, I want you to think about this. Progress. In English doesn't come from studying harder. It comes from connecting more sound, more rhythm, more real language, in real time. Listening is not about being perfect. It's about being present. If you're willing to stay present, even when it's a little uncomfortable, even when you don't catch every word, your brain will do the rest. It will learn. It always does. You don't have to do this alone. This podcast was created exactly for people like you. People who are motivated, thoughtful, and ready to take small steps that lead to big changes. And you are not behind. You are not too late. Your English journey is alive right now, and I'm here to walk through it with you. So if you're ready to start listening in a new way, if you're ready to train your ear, not just your eyes, I want to encourage you. Subscribe to this podcast right now. That small action tells your brain, I'm serious. I'm doing this. And it helps us grow this community so more people around the world can learn that same way you are. And hey, if you're listening and thinking, maybe this won't work for me, I get it. I've worked with so many learners who said the same thing. Some of them were from Rome, others from Warsaw, Lisbon, or Prague. They all had one thing in common. They thought their listening couldn't improve. And guess what? Every single one of them was wrong. They just needed a different approach. One that focused on clarity instead of complexity, on habits instead of pressure, on connection instead of perfection. You're already doing the most important part. Showing up. You pressed play. You're here. That matters. That means you're ready, whether you feel confident or not. You're ready to stop just hoping your listening will improve, and actually do something about it. Something that works. So let's take the pressure off. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to catch every word. You just need to be curious, consistent, and kind to yourself. Because your brain is listening. Your brain is learning. And with a little help, a little guidance, and a little practice, your ears will catch up faster than you think. Are you ready? Let's begin this 7-day journey together. I'll guide you each step of the way. We'll go day by day, with short, powerful actions you can take immediately. Nothing too complicated. Nothing that requires extra apps or fancy materials. Just you, your ears, and the willingness to try. You're going to hear English in a new way. And that new way will open doors. Real ones. Because when your ears understand, your confidence grows. And when your confidence grows, your words follow. So stay with me. Let's do this together. And if you believe it's time for your listening to improve, subscribe now and stay with me through these next few minutes. Because something great is waiting for you. And it starts now.